welcome back, my fairies. I am Matsurific, and we are back with Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir, Season 5, Episode 13, Migration. We finally get Episode 13, you guys. We're finally getting the episodes that we needed in order to be able to watch everything that is out in order. We just need 2 more episodes, one of which will be out tomorrow, but I guess today as of this video coming out, but I don't know when, I don't know if this video is going to be out on Friday or Saturday, because I've got a collab planned with TVC, so if it's already out, then be sure to check it out. If not, then look forward to that coming out. But anyways, yes, so this is Migration. For those of you who are new to this channel, the way that these reviews work is that I talk about what we already know about the episode first before watching it, and then we cut to after I've already watched it so I can actually talk about what happened. So I do know that there was another trailer that came out because Gloob is releasing this early, because how dare anyone air an episode before Gloob? But yeah, so Gloob is airing the episode early. And yeah, I do know that we got another trailer, but I haven't actually watched that yet. So just so much coming on. But yeah, we do know that Bob Roth is going to get akumatized, and that we're gonna be getting to see Kitty Section again, and we're gonna be spending time on the Liberty. And also, this is the first episode after Marinette and Adrian get together. Well, after Adoration. I guess technically Adoration was the first episode, but this is the first episode after Kwame's Choice. So yeah, that's also kind of exciting. Oh wait, actually no, I don't think it, now that I think about it, is this? No, sorry, never mind. This is the second episode after they get together, my bad. First episode was Perfection. This is episode 13. This is confusing, you guys. We got all the episodes out of order. It's like, But, yeah, so, so we already know that they are not going to fix their relationship issues today, because that doesn't happen for another few episodes. It's gonna be a while. But, so we're going to be expecting a lot of Marinette and Adrian awkwardness. Maybe this will be like Adrian being like, hey, what if I wrote Marinette a song? Because we do know that in a later episode, he writes a song for Marinette, which is really cute and sweet, aside from the fact that Nino and Kim ruin it with their antics. But that's not even this episode. But yeah, we know that Bob Roth is going to be offering Kitty Section a contract. They're gonna get super excited over it, and then they notice something that ticks them off, and they rip up the contract, and then Bob gets akumatized. That's pretty much all I know about the episode. I did see on Twitter that people were posting that Gloob spoiled us again, but I managed to avoid most of the spoilers. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop rambling and get right into it. So I'm gonna go watch the episode and be right back. Okay, so, well, that was actually a really good episode. And there were some things that I didn't notice in the episode until the very end, which is like, it's like, oh, I just noticed that, and it makes sense that they did it this way because of this thing that happened. But I'll get to that in a minute. So obviously, I've already said, what the basic plot is, but I was very wrong about the reasons for it, and I have to say, like, so many things came together in this episode, and I'm like, yes, oh my goodness, there's so much, like, this feels, like, on the surface level, this feels like a filler episode, but it's very much not a filler episode. So the episode starts off with Marinette arriving on the Liberty, and Kitty Section is getting ready to practice, and then Marinette asks Luca to talk, and she basically asks him, about, things with how things are with Adrian, and also, if it's, she gets worried that it might be selfish of her to talk about these things with Luca because they used to be a couple and she kind of broke his heart. And he explains to her that she actually didn't break his heart. She just introduced him to a new melody, is how he put it. But that he's actually, totally okay with it. And we've always known that he also shipped Marinette and Adrian. Even back when he was crushing on Marinette, he still kind of was like, yeah, if things work out with you and Adrian, that's awesome. So, yeah, that's totally Luca. But he was supportive of Marinette, and she moves on. They hug it out and everything. And then Adrian comes to the boat. And we get this cute little moment that reminds us, the audience, that Luca knows who Marinette and Adrian are, that they are Ladybug and Cat Noir. And also we get some cute awkwardness with Marinette and Adrian. It's super cute. And then Adrian goes to talk to Luca, talking about his insecurities with his relationship with Marinette, because he could tell that there's something that's bothering her that she won't tell him about, and that he's concerned that it might affect their relationship. And Luca's able to give him some good advice as well. I won't go over every single thing, just that thing they say here, because there was a lot of dialogue here. But Luca's able to help Adrian to feel better, and they hug and confirm that they're really good friends as well. Then Adrian leaves, and then suddenly Jagged Stone appears, and Jagged Stone expresses some of his concerns to Luca about how he's worried about being a good father, and Luca basically tells him, yeah, just visit us more often. It's fine. And I do really like that they actually acknowledge one of the tropes with situations like this. Because whenever you've got a story that has a child character and their parents are split up, there's usually a parent trap involved where it's like, oh, let's get our parents back together. So Jagged is actually concerned that there might be some pressure for him and Anarka to get together, even though they have no interest in getting back together. They tried it. They tried their relationship. Things didn't work out. They divorced and they moved on. And Luca tells him, there's no pressure. We know you're not getting back together. We're not expecting that. We just want you around. And it's like, yes. It's a very small moment, and I do kind of wish that they could have expanded on that more, but this is a 22-minute episode, and they gotta get through it. So Jagged starts feeling better, and then he leaves, and then Penny comes in, and I was so excited, because I was watching this with my friend Em, and as soon as she comes in, I'm like, I've always shipped her and Jagged, and then she tells Luca that she's in love with Jagged. It's like, yes! My ship, it is real! And Luca basically, gives her some encouragement as well, and at the end of every conversation, everybody thanks him and says they don't know what they would do without him, and he says, you know where to find me, which does kind of come back later on in the episode. So after Luca talks with Penny, then Bob Roth comes in, and no, he is not looking for advice from Luca. He just wants to, harass Penny about why hasn't she found Jagged yet, and he needs to be making music for him and making him money. And Penny lets slip that Luca is Jagged's son. And I'm just thinking, oh boy, here we go. Now that Bob Roth knows that Luca is Jagged's son, now he's going to sign Kitty's section. And yep, there it goes. He comes back onto the boat after Anarka threw him off, and it's like, hey, you guys sound really good. I'd like to sign you. And they're all suspicious of him at first, but he's like, oh, no. Now now that I've listened to your music, I actually really do like you, and I want to sign you. And I'm just sitting here thinking, the only reason you want to sign Kitty section is because you found out that Luca is Jagged Stone's son. And that especially comes to light when he starts calling Luca Jagged Jr. It's like, ugh. That is so disgusting. Oh, I hate Bob Roth so much. He is such a slime ball. So he gets them to sign the contract. And I'm just sitting here screaming, read the contract! Read the contract! I was saying this when I was doing my review of the trailer. Read the contract! And then they don't read it, they just sign it, and then Bob is like, ha, I got you, because now everyone who's not Jagged Jr. is now fired. Read the contracts, I can fire you all on a whim, but I own every song you've ever made, every song you will make. You're never allowed to form another group together. Luca is no longer allowed to sing with Kitty Section. You can't form a different group that's not Kitty Section. And I now own Jagged Jr. and anything that he does, and he's gonna make me all sorts of money, which then gets Luca upset. And I have to say, even though the episode is like, oh no, Luca's gonna get akumatized, and we've already reminded you twice that he knows Marinette and Adrian are Ladybug and Cat Noir. Oh no, Monarch's gonna find out. It's like, you already know that that's not gonna happen, because even the original trailer that came out that wasn't released by Gloob, would tell you, which even just watching that, it's like, yeah, he obviously is not the one getting akumatized, because Bob Roth is the main villain of the episode. So it's like, yeah, oh, here's this fake out, but even the non-spoiler trailer is going to tell you that he's not going to get akumatized. But Monarch does still sense that Luca is hesitant to accept the Akuma, and is able to sense that Luca might actually know who Ladybug and Cat Noir are, which freaks Luca out even more. So what he does is he grabs his guitar and smashes it to release the Akuma, and it's like, oof, that was very dangerous. But now Monarch is like, I've got it. I've got you. I know now that you do know who they are. I'm going to find a way to get that out of you. So he senses Bob nearby, who's also frustrated because Anarcha keeps throwing him off the boat. So that's why he akumatizes Bob, so that he can give him the power to turn people into records and then make them reveal their secrets and stuff. So, with the intent of making Luca reveal the secrets of who Ladybug and Cat Noir are. So, he gives Bob that power, and he also gives him the power of migration, or voyage, hence the name of the episode. It's named after the horse Miraculous. And, so he comes along, and first he turns first person he turns into a record is Rose. His power is that he can turn people into records. And then they start singing about their secrets and everything. But, oh my gosh, this part infuriated me. At first I was like really excited, because when Rose's record starts singing, she says how much she loves Julika. And I'm like, yes, Jula Rose confirmed! And then right after that, she's like, as well as all of my other friends. And then she names everybody else that she quote unquote loves. It's like, no! How could you? How could you do this? We were about to get confirmation that Rose is in love with Julika, and they're like, no, she loves Julika, but she loves all her other friends too. How dare you? How dare you? I'm hoping that that's just because it's the German version, and that the original version is going to actually have Rose exclaim that she actually is in love with Julika, and that she doesn't just love her as a friend. Please, please, please. Please, can we get that, please? I'd like to have, like, actual confirmation and not just a nod to it, please. But anyways, then Anarcha gets turned into a record, but she doesn't really reveal anything. Luca ushers everybody downstairs except Marinette. He comes up with this like excuse of, oh, the cabin's full, so you go hide up there. So he intentionally separates Marinette so that she can go transform into Ladybug. And then afterwards, I can't even remember. Oh yeah, Gold Record is his name. did I forget his name? It's like, oh, gold record. Anyway, so I'm not criticizing it. It's just like, I'm criticizing myself for somehow being able to forget that happened. Yeah, so gold record appears and turns a rubber ducky, and then he gets Julika and a few others, and then, everyone who's left, goes to hide, while Adrian goes to hide separately so he could transform into Cat Noir. Oh no, Luca actually puts him in the closet there. Oh no, Luca didn't put him in the closet, but he did tell Adrian, it's like, because Adrian was gonna go look for Marinette, and Luca's like, no, the only people who can help Marinette right now are Cat Noir and Ladybug, which then Adrian gives this like shocked look, like, wait, does he know? And then Adrian goes to hide in the closet, and Plaid comes out with a shocked look, is like, wait, does he know? And it's like, yes, please let Luca tell Adrian that he knows. Adrian needs someone he can talk to. Adrian needs an Alia. Obviously, he can't tell Nino because Nino has proven that he is terrible with secrets. But, anyways, so Adrian transforms into Cat Noir, and somehow nobody notices Cat Noir tumbling out of the closet like that. But I guess they're just focused on Gold Digger, I guess don't pay too much attention to it. But yeah, so he's able to get Gold Record's attention, so that, he's following Cat Noir now. And Cat Noir is making sure not to get hit by the record, because obviously he knows what'll happen. And then Ladybug manages to contact him and tells him that she has a plan. That she doesn't have a plan yet, but to keep Gold Record busy while she comes up with a plan. And then we see that she is hiding with Luca, and then she comes up with a plan because she sees some street performers, and it's like, okay, I've got a plan. But I've got to use you as bait, Luca, which is then when Luca reveals to her, it's like that he knows, but she doesn't even get it at the start. It's like, are you okay with that? He's like, yeah, I'm fine with taking the risk, but are you okay with taking such a big risk? Do you even realize, why this is risky for you, Marinette? And she doesn't even catch it. She's like, oh, no, that's fine. It's everything. It's like, no, you don't understand. This is, like, really risky for you, Marinette. And she continues. It's like, wait, what did you call me? And she finally finds out that, yes, he knows. And they don't even bring up the fact that, he found out because of Wishmaker. She's just like, but I was so careful. How did you find out? It's like, he found out because of Wishmaker. But, yeah. I mean, she might have gotten, I guess they didn't really have time for her to get mad at him for not telling him the truth after the whole Wishmaker incident. So she's gotta, she doesn't even know how he found out. I kind of wish he could have told her, but they probably didn't have they probably wanted to have her react to that, like, well, why didn't you tell me before? But they didn't have time, so they just cut it out altogether. That's just, theory anyways. But, so then she decides, well, okay, well, I still think we can do this. So she contacts Cat Noir, lets them know that, because Luca starts playing on the Eiffel Tower. She contacts Cat Noir and tells him not to stop Gold Digger from going after Luca. So he turns Luca into a record, and while he's focused on Record Luca, Ladybug is able to use the chopstick that she got and to basically snipe his Gold Record's weapon out of his hand, which is a Gold Record. So, and sends it straight over to Cat Noir, who's able to cataclysm it, release the Akuma, and their secrets are safe because Record Luca never got a chance to reveal that yet. But then Monarch, we actually get a scene after that of Monarch being like, well, now I know that young musician knows who Ladybug and Cat Noir are, so I'm going to use him to find out their identities. And Luca even predicts this. So after he and Ladybug go back and she changes back and, Adrian goes back as well, he talks to everybody. Bob Roth is also goes there, and they like, Luca, tells him off again, and Narka throws him off the boat again. Oh wait, no, he doesn't. He just rips up the contract in front of everybody, and is like, yeah, that's it, we're done. Wait, no, he was there. Oh my goodness, I'm so spacey. I'm just thinking about what happens afterwards. So yeah, Bob is there, and he's like, oh yeah, it's like, regardless of what just happened, I still own you, and Ladybug and Cat Noir are here, and they're gonna make sure that I get what's legally mine. And then Ladybug and Cat Noir are like, oh no, I'm about to change back. Well, we'd better get going. And then they just get the heck out of there. And then Anarka throws Bob off the boat, and then Luca rips off the contract, and Marinette and Adrian are back now. Oh my gosh. I am so spacey. I just watched the episode! Holy cow! But then we get the big thing, which has been distracting me and throwing me off this entire review. So I'm sitting here all excited because, hey, Adrian is like, hey, are we gonna get a scene of him telling Adrian that he knows who he is now? Because now Marinette knows, you might as well tell Adrian, right? Well, technically Adrian does know now, because he reveals to everybody that he has to go into hiding now, because he knows who Ladybug and Cat Noir are, and now Monarch knows that and is going to be coming after him. So I guess that's one way for Adrian to find out that Luca knows his identity. He still needs someone besides Plag that he could talk to about Cat Noir stuff. Like, come on. He really needed that. But, okay, but yeah, so, obviously Anarka is, like, against it at first, because, like, oh, you're just a kid still, I can't, I'm responsible for you. I can't let you go out into the world all on your own like this. And that's when Jagged appears, and it's like, he won't be alone. I'll be going with him. And he's got Penny with him, too. And Anarka is, again, resistant, because, Jagged's never been there as a father to Luca, so she doesn't really trust that they'll be okay. But then Jagged tells her that no, he's actually ripped up his contract with Bob Roth as well, and he is no longer a musician. He's going to spend his time focusing on Luca and taking care of him and being a good dad. And Anarka's like, well, I thought your guitar was your only family, bringing back that song that we heard about previously, back in Truth. And he's like, well, now my family is my only guitar. And it's like, that was a really great way for them to bring that back. And Penny is also going to be going with them. So it's like, yay, they're going to be together. Like, there's no actual confirmation that they've gotten together, but still, like, she has the support of his son. So it's like, yes, and they're going on this big trip together. It's like, oh, yes, please let them start dating. Like, they don't have to be married yet by the time we see them again, but it would be nice if they're dating at that point at the very least when they come back to Paris. But yeah, we even get to see some photos of the three of them together, and it's like really sweet. And Anarka does give them permission to take Luca and leave Paris. So, and Dem even pointed out to me at the end of the episode that he didn't even notice this. I didn't even notice this. But Luca is not there in any of the other episodes that we see in the future. And it's like, oh my gosh, that is correct. Which also explains why he wasn't in the... Gosh, I can't remember which episode it was right now, but the episode with Zoe. And I know some people did comment on that episode review that Luca went to another school, but we actually... So for those of you who are confused about that, we actually did see Luca in Soul Crusher when Zoe is being introduced to her new class at Marinette's school. We do see Luca is in her class, so he does actually go to Francois Dupin, which is why I was all confused before, because, well, why does he not So why is he in a grade younger than Juleka then? Because that implies that either he was held back or that Juleka advanced, went on an extra grade, which it makes more sense for Luka to be held back because of how tall Juleka is. It's like, I cannot see her being a year younger than everybody and being taller than most of them. But yeah, we actually have seen Luka in Zoe's class, so unless someone wants to tell me that that was an animation error, but I'm gonna need confirmation from the staff before that. But yeah, so I guess that explains why he's not at the school anymore, because he actually doesn't go there now. But yeah, so that was the episode. Kind of a shorter review, but hey, we need these shorter reviews. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos from me. We do all sorts of fun stuff on this channel, including playing video games, we do art, and also sometimes talk about cartoons and anime. So if you enjoy this stuff, then be sure to ring that bell icon and never miss a video. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I hope you all have a very magical day.